Everyone, how are you doing? So I finally have the orange candles. Oh, I turned them the wrong way. You see that little line? That's supposed to be in the back. It doesn't matter. You know what? Because I don't sweat the small stuff. But anyhow, I want to tell you a little story. You know how I talk about how people seem to be mean in the world? Especially medical people. They're like mad at the world. As the people seem mad at the world. I should be mad. My whole world turned upside down for Pete's sake. I love ice cream. I love ice cream. I want ice cream so bad, but you know, I can't get it because my freezer side of the fridge has been broken and, well, shouldn't talk about that topic now. I have to wait a couple months because of, that's the way it has to be. But anyhow, miss my ice cream. Anyhow, plus I miss my, I always have I have ginger ale or 7-Up, saltine crackers, and mint chocolate chip ice cream in the freezer. Well, I used to have. For this nausea. I get this stress nausea. Oh, it's awful. It is awful, and I've had a lot of it lately. Oh, yeah, and these ginger thin cookies made by a brand called Anna, I think A-N-N-A, and the only place they had them was Walgreens. I don't usually go there. Walgreens. They don't have it anymore. Gone. Another thing gone. But anyhow, oh, yeah. So, every time, or anytime I, decide to try to clean my purse because, I don't know, I have so much stuff in my purse. It sure ain't money or coins. I don't know. Bills and I don't know what's in there. Not makeup. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even own a wallet, so I don't know what makes it heavy. Bills, and more bills. But anyhow, I, was making an attempt to clean my purse, and it's like Christmas when I go in there. I find, like, old gift cards, and, some of them are all used up and all. And, oh, by the way, I got to put a card on my prepaid phone because every month you got to put a card. Now they do say it carries over, but I wouldn't know how to find that. But it gives you a thing. So mine ends today, but that phone I just use for nothing. You can't even text. It's a piece of crap. Anyhow, I got to remember to do it. But anyhow, I found some Panera cards, and we have a new Panera. Dumb. Oh my God, we had a beautiful Panera, and it was in a strip mall, and it was just nice, and the inside was nice. It's been around for a long time. I mean, you could see toward then, before, what came, it started getting kind of, sloppy, and, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But it was a nice Panera, everything was nice, but they ran out of stuff, like, you go in 2 in the afternoon and they don't have the bread. Like you can choose bread, apple, or what was it? Bread, apple, or chips. The hardest chips on the planet. I don't know why these chips were hard. As your side if you order soup. And they wouldn't have it. I'm thinking this is bread and soup place. Why don't I don't know, whatever. But anyhow, my son said, they have a new place and they have a drive-through because if any building is new, I can't go in it for about, 5 to 7 years because I have. There's a name for it when you're allergic to new buildings. Well, I have that. Of course I do, because if it's odd, I have it. So anyhow, he says, we'd be able to go. So I thought, I wasn't going to clean my purse. I thought I'd search for my purse, and I found some gift cards. And I called, and magically, I didn't lose it. So some cards, like those ones, Visa, MasterCard, if you have those, if after, I don't know how long, if you don't use them, they start taking a fee out every month. I want to say it's like $2.50 or something. Well, after 10 months, if it's a $25 gift card, you lost your money. So I got to take a day and go through all my cards. But anyhow, I had some money on the gift card. Well, nice amount of money. Like we can go several times. I thought, this is cool. We can go through the drive-through. And I didn't even put the thought out there, drive-through, if there's something wrong, then you got to go in anyhow. I didn't even think of that. I was so excited we could go. And I was waiting for the harvest squash. Something squash. What was the word? I don't know. I think that's what it's called. But anyhow, it's my favorite soup there. And I thought it was his favorite soup, but he ordered tomato soup, which I tasted some of the soup, and I don't know, my GERD already acted up with 1 spoon. But somehow he was able to do it. I don't remember later in the day did he have GERD. I don't think so. But anyhow, so I guess he doesn't really like I don't know, harvest doesn't sound right. I don't know. You can look it up if you want. But anyhow, it is out of this world. So I had priced it in the store to make it. And when you do the squash, and it's a really easy recipe because you put the squash and whatever stuff in the oven. Well, couldn't do it now because it's still too hot, but you put that in the oven to make it all soft, and then you, I don't remember exactly, I haven't looked at the recipe in a while, and then you probably put it together and add it says vegetable broth, but I think I'd use chicken broth, but if you're vegetarian, that's how you make it. And then you put, it does ask for pepper flakes or something like that. Pepper, not pepper, black pepper, white pepper, the spicy. So I won't put that. It asks for apple cider, which I'm very allergic to, so I would put apple juice. But then someone was making, I feel like I told the story. Well, if I told again. So they were making, they said, it still doesn't have any taste, so they added some coconut milk, I believe it was. Well, that cost a fortune. So I decided, because it doesn't make a lot. Oh, yeah, and then you put it in the blender and blend it up. Do you know French people blend a lot of their food? It's like a fancy, bougie thing. Like they take peas and they blend them. I should live in France because then everything would be blended for me because I have to have pureed food. But anyhow, so I figured out there's any way you twist it or turn it, and if it doesn't turn out, that's a lot of wasted money. Well, we'd eat it anyhow. I'd make it, doctor it up. But I decided, well, since I got the gift cards, let's go. So we went, all excited. We parked in the parking lot because I didn't want to, wait till we get home. It wouldn't be warm. Boy, it was really hot. So it was really good. So he ordered chips with his. I ordered bread. I didn't know if I could, if I soaked it. If I would have put it in there to sop it up, right? Is sop even a word? I don't know. But anyhow, maybe it would have been okay. So I gave him my bread. I took just one little piece off the, the inside. You open up the hard crust, and the inside, there's hardly nothing in there. But, that's how they save money by giving you nothing. So I had a little bit, and, then I ended up leaving it in there to try to soak it up, and, that's when it was a little piece left. I kept dipping in and trying it, and I don't know why I didn't think of it. But anyhow, he enjoyed it, and then he had chips and all. And we already had our own water in the car, so we thought, oh, good, we'll come back again. It was pleasant, we thought, until, well, wait, I got to do the backstory. I opened my thing, and I said to them, please don't put any pumpkin seeds in my soup. And I repeated it, did you hear me? They said, yes, no pumpkin seeds, because they put, well, another place, they put just a few on top. So I opened my thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, of course, the story of my life. They put pumpkin seeds, and not only a few, probably a whole bag. So the soup adheres to the pumpkin seeds because they're, I don't know, are they green? Wait a minute, what were seeds that were little? I don't know, but they're green and big, and so I have to put a spoonful of seeds in my mouth to suck off the soup, because if I just kept pulling it off, half the little container would be gone. And somehow I happen to have a little baggie in my car, so I take take a spoonful with the seeds and suck off the soup and spit out the thing. And so, it was a whole hour procedure. So I got everything off. My son's already done eating his soup. And so I start to eat it, I'm eating it, and all of a sudden I'm like, what the heck? Well, some of the pumpkin seeds had fallen to the bottom, and I could choke to death on those, because my food has to all be pureed. So I'm like, great. So it took really long because I had to be very careful, like totally examining my spoon. I couldn't enjoy it. So I thought, well, I'll get whatever I can out of it. And then I thought, no, you know what? I don't care if it's a gift card or not. We wasted money on a soup that I could have got and ate and enjoyed it, because it was cold by the time I got finished. So I had to go in. We mask when we go out, so I had a mask on, so I hope I wouldn't, have an asthma attack. Went in. This place is like garbage. It doesn't look like the other one. It was filthy inside. Not filthy, I shouldn't say that. It was like, just the tables weren't clean, napkins were left there, I don't know. It wasn't filthy, but it was just blah. So I went in, and you could see the person ordering was having a problem. Oh, and some guy cut me off when I was going in there to park. He cut me right off. He was in front of me. And then he looks over at me, and, I gave him that eye. That eye. Oh, yeah, I gave it to him. And so, then there's me. And I see this guy, and I say, "Excuse me, could I see the manager?" He says, "Yeah." So it sounds like, yeah, he's going to get the manager. And he just stands there, and he's putting napkins or something. I don't know what he was doing. I don't even remember. So I was looking at the guy who cut me off. Not looking, kind of making sure he wasn't going to go cray-cray. I don't know why, because he's the one who cut me off. But people, they're not right. So anyhow, he's standing there and says, "Oh, are you the manager?" "Yeah." Why didn't he say, "Yes, I'm the manager. Could I help you?" Because people don't do service. Give them more money an hour, and they treat you even worse. Our Panera, they were nice. If you had a problem, holy cow. Because I forgot something was wrong. Oh, wrong soup. So they said, we're going to throw the soup away so you can keep it. So I thought I'd bring it home to one of my other kids. And then we ordered, there's a cup and a bowl. We had ordered a cup. They gave a bowl instead. And then they gave us an apple, bread, potato chips. And they said, "Would you like another soup?" I says, "No, mine was fine." And they says, "Well, no, for the inconvenience." I says, "Well, okay, I think it is harvest squash." I said, "Okay, I'll take a squash." And again, the one I ordered was a cup. They gave me they were just unbelievably nice. I think they even gave a gift card. They said, "We'll come over and give you a gift." I says, "You don't have to do all that. I just wanted to switch out the soup." Very nice. Obviously, these are not the same people anymore. Well, they're not. I could tell you, but it would cause a big, can't say that word, but anyhow. So he's just really rude. And I said, I ordered the soup, and as you can clearly tell, so I brought the bag in. There's a thing on the bag, and it has the order. It clearly says, "No pumpkin seeds in soup." And it was on the receipt, too, so I showed him the bag. I said, "It clearly says no pumpkin seeds in soup." And he says, "Did it say it on the receipt?" I said, "Sure did." Showed him the receipt. "No, I'm sorry." He said. What did he say? He made a really stupid remark. I was going to show you. I saved the stuff. I was going to show you the pumpkin seeds and the thing and the receipt, but it doesn't really matter. It's not worth it. He was such a... Ugh. So he says, "You want another soup?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that would be nice, thank you." So goes in the bank, goes in the back, takes a while, comes back, doesn't say "I'm sorry," still never heard "I'm sorry." Should have put it in a bag, just kind of threw it across the counter. Luckily I caught it, because I guarantee if it spilled on me or on the floor, I bet you wouldn't offer me another soup. But anyhow, the right way, the way the other store would have done it would have, well, not, that person was way too nice. But anyhow, they'd put it in a bag with a napkin and a spoon, because I didn't have the spoon there. But anyhow, the store had no garbage anywhere. Nowhere to put garbage. So maybe that's why the place looks crappy. Napkins and all that stuff left on there. So I don't know, what do they eat? Eat the napkins and bowls and spoons? I don't know. Was not impressed. So I have more cards left, so I don't know, we'll have to find a different location. He said I'd never go back there. And then I get in the car. So I asked my son, I said, "Would you like some of the soup?" He says, "Sure." And I'm like, I wonder if he put his snot in there or spit in there or God knows what. And he says, "No, I don't think so." I said, "I don't know. You weren't in there. You didn't see him." He was like, he had steam coming out of his ears, his eyeballs, every orifice that it could. He was just darn mean. And I says, the place is just, I don't know, it's not the same thing. But that's what you do. You pay people more money and they do less work. Yes, they do. So anyhow, so I said, we can wait till we get home. I could warm it up if it's, too cold. So we got home. Oh yeah, we had to stop into the grocery store because we needed milk. I says, we got to go quick because, I don't want the soup left out forever. So we stopped there. Lucky I got gas before that. And so we got home and we got, I think, a bag full of groceries. Or 1.5. I don't know. That's crazy how much it costs. But anyhow, got home, put whatever was cold away, the milk, and I don't know what else we had that went in the fridge, and left other stuff. The soup, it wasn't cold. It was warmer than lukewarm, so we just, divided up, had it, and I'm like, oh, I hope we don't end up with some sickness or something. So as it happened, he enjoyed it, so, I guess he likes it, but he likes tomato better. He's like me. He doesn't like junk in the soup. Like the chicken noodle has so much junk. Usually when we used to order that, we always got gift cards at Christmas, so that's how through the year, we got to have Panera. We would say, could you get more broth? And they just look at us like, what? And I'm thinking, that'd be great because other people like the junk in there. We don't. I had one son who liked the junk part, and he would eat that part, and we'd add the broth. Because, if you take the junk out, which is like mostly noodles, the carrots, celery, I can't stand celery, I pick it out. There's like less than a half of the container of the soup. Soup, look it up. I haven't looked it up, but I think it would mean a liquid. So once you start adding gunk in it, I know a lot of people like a hearty soup, they like a lot of gunk. To me, when you have more gunk than soup, that's stew. That is not soup. So I know you ain't going to comment, but if you would, do you like gunk in your soup or do you like the broth better? I'm betting, I wish you'd comment because I'm betting more people like the gunk in it, or junk. Junk in the trunk. Oh, remember that saying? No, junk in the soup. It's not junk. It's good stuff, but I like broth. So anyhow, I just thought of something. That one Instacart order, they did not put the broth in there. Son of a gun. And that's one of the better shoppers. Huh. What the heck? Nope. Didn't put it in. Did not put it in. It's still here. No, it's not. We put it away. No, didn't put it in. Wow. Okay, but anyhow, that's that. So that's my story. So I could ask how your places are. I don't know. I wouldn't consider Panera a fast food, but it's not a, restaurant. I don't know. What is it called? Places like, because you go, you order, just like in a McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever. I don't know. We don't have many places left. No, we have like the newer places, Chick-fil-A and Sonic and Dairy Queen, but it seems we don't have a lot of, I don't know. A lot of the Dunkin' Donuts are closed, but I don't like donuts. Can you imagine I don't like donuts? Only chocolate frosted, the puffy kind. Not a fried cake. I think it's called, I don't know, I'm not a connoisseur of donuts. But anyhow, yeah, we were driving on the road we hadn't been in a while, and I go, oh, look at all these Dunkin' Donuts are gone. Holy cow, what are people, because, they like their coffee. What are the coffee drinkers going to do? But they put a lot of, what's it called, like Starbucks, a lot of Starbucks in. Which I have a Starbucks gift card, so I have no idea who gave me that because, I don't drink coffee. But I said, if there's enough money on here, we're going to try one of those, Sous something, the egg bites. But I don't know what they cost, so I don't know if there's enough money. But I don't even know if I could eat it. I mean, if I could mush it up with my tongue and the roof of my mouth. But I said my son could have it if he wants. What else did we? Oh, yeah, we wanted to have a piece of, we like the banana bread and lemon loaf, so, because we don't drink coffee. But, or we could save it for when they start serving hot chocolate. And he said, remember when we used to go the few times, oh, I'm not going to talk about him. Anyhow, when he was little, I had a gift card. Oh, I wonder if that's the same gift card. Well, it doesn't matter right now. We're not going right now. Anyhow, but I got a call, so he doesn't. But he said it was Kids Temp. So this was long ago when he was a little kid. We had just a few Starbucks. I don't even know what they're called. I don't go there. But anyhow, we went because we had a gift card. I bet it's the same gift card. There's nothing left. I don't know. But anyhow, it was funny. Kids Temp. I said, you want one with the kids? We were laughing. Reminiscing. But anyhow, so that is the story about, I thought I'd do a nice thing, treat my son. I actually even treated myself, and look what happened. So, oh yeah, I was going to tell you about the next day. So the next day, it's cold enough where my kitchen is very cold. I don't know why, but it's the coldest room when it gets cold. So when it starts getting cooler, it's cooler in the day, I've been having the little heater on. So, I've been sleeping in the kitchen because my air in my room broke, so the portable air thing is in here. So I've been sleeping in here, and I thought, well, I still have to turn on the air, so I still got to be in here. But then then you got to unplug the air and put in the other thing, because we have fuses, not circuit breakers, so you can't have two things plugged. It's crazy. But anyhow, so I plugged in the heat, and I fell asleep, and I was covered up with 2 blankets because I can't tolerate cold either. And I had my sweatsuit on. What are they called? I used to call it a jog suit, jogga, I don't know, sweatsuit, whatever, pants, hoodie, shirt, whatever. And then I woke up and I felt like warmer than my usual illness warm. I took my temperature, it's 98.8. I'm like, oh my gosh, the guy was sick. He spit in my soup, and that's it. And my son was still sleeping because I got up early. And I'm like, oh man. So I looked up things, and it said you couldn't get sick that quick. So what I figured out must have happened is, I have an intolerance to heat. So I slept more than an hour. So my body warmed up, and it wasn't really a temperature. It was just my body, it is a temperature because anything over 98.6, but it wasn't like a temperature from being sick. It was what I always have to check. That's why 3 times a day I have to take my temperature as per my doctor, so I don't get heat stroke. So I was probably on my way to heat stroke. So luckily I didn't sleep long, and I woke up. Then I took I had the blankets on too. Took the blankets off, changed into shorts, took off the hoodie, shut the heat off, and then by the time I finished that, I turned on the air to cool the room down because it got warm from the heater while I was sleeping, and then I was shivering again because in this time of year the shivers start. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm trying to figure out a solution. Like, I'm tired of taking, the blankets on and off, the sweatpants to short to sweatpants, hair up, hair down. No, my hair's been always up. It's always been up since 3 years ago when this started, over 3 years. But anyhow, so I'm not going to, while I still have to sleep here because it still gets warm. And God forbid, I'm not putting out in the universe what could still happen with our weather. But anyhow, I can go to my room, but I still can't because it still gets hot. And in my room, lately I've been sleeping soundly, probably because I don't get enough sleep. And when I do, I'm really sound asleep. I can now wake up. I can get heat stroke, and that's on to me. So, they should have an alarm that you could hook on you, and it goes off when your temperature goes too high. Anyhow, that's the part of my illness I have. It really sucks. They can't cure it. There's not that many people that have it, and a lot of them have gone to the Mayo Clinic and the Cleveland Clinic and, what's it called? I want to say Yale. It's not Yale. I don't know. But anyhow, and they've been tested, and you know what? They get tested, and it shows, they don't sweat, but there's no cure because they don't know what's causing it. Like, I guess there are things that could cause it, some illness. I don't know. I haven't looked up on this in a long time. For the first year, I was looking and Googling, and now it's like, it's useless. Nobody can help you. All I do is I go to one specialist because he can't get me in with any other because they're like, no, there's no reason. There's a reason. I need to see every specialist known to man. Couldn't get into genetics because it's $7,000 for a consult. My insurance will not pay. And that would be a good place to go. He said I need to go genetics, rheumatology, and neurology. So he had to run these tests that my insurance didn't pay for, but they're blood tests, so they're just piling up for the rest of them. And I didn't pass, meaning the results didn't come back in the right parameters, so no rheumatologist, because we don't have many here. So they're only going to take what they want because they can. Isn't that ridiculous? What happened to do no harm? Neurologist, same thing, but I don't know. I'm still going to try to get in with one. I did see one, and I would like another opinion, so I'm not going to go to the same one. He was probably on his way out because he was really quirky. But anyhow, if someone's sick and they don't feel good and they can't function normally, doctors should see you. I could understand, you got to wait a while again, but nope. This is the way they are. They can pick and choose who they want. And that's that. So for now, that's my story of we'll call this harvest squash. I don't know. It's very delicious. If you have a Starbucks, if you can afford it, you have a gift card, You should try it. It's good. But you know what? They have little pieces of something in there. And they didn't before. So, like I said, pay them more money, they do less work. So whatever it is, it was pieces, I think, of the squash. Which I don't understand, because if you make it yourself, I mean, they must have, those high-powered blenders. Because I have made a squash soup, not like theirs. But, I put it in my regular blender, when I had a blender. And, oh yeah, I made a cream of broccoli, which also uses a blender. There was not a piece of anything, so I have no idea. So they're getting lazy. I don't know. I don't know how that would have been in there, but... And it wasn't the first one. It wasn't the second one, which he could have done God knows what. But anyhow, all's well that ends well. I didn't have a temperature, knock on wood. I saved myself before it started rising, so, that's the way it is. It's life, it could always be worse. So anyhow, that's that. I hope you enjoyed my story. And do you have any stories of mad workers who make so much money? I think they should take their money away, and maybe they'll realize, like put them on a probation period. 90 days, you get your lower rate until we have, people don't complain. I could write a letter to corporate, but, I don't think they'd even care, so I'm not going to bother. But anyhow, yeah, that was my story that I was waiting, and it's very seasonal, It's seasonal, and it's a very short time that it's there. So, that's that. But we will let you know about the Starbucks if there's any money left. And probably going to get I think they come in two. Only reason I know this from YouTube. I think that you can get 2 of the egg susu. I don't know. It's SOUS something. And if they have one of the breads, we'll each get a bread to try. I don't know how much money, because, who knows what it costs. Maybe we can't get anything. Maybe there's nothing on the card. Who knows? But anyhow, there's a drink I used to like to have. That's when I had 2 cards, I remember. No, I had 4 cards, but I don't know. Anyhow, there was a drink. It's caramel, and it had some kind of special salt in it. In fact, they were going to try to order me one of the salts that I could buy from them at their price, because I was going to try to make it at home, and they couldn't get any more because it was done. The season was done. But anyhow, so we got to decide. Well, I don't know if there's any drinks he likes there. Oh, they used to give him, because I can't tell that story. Oh, it involves, never mind. I'm going to stop right here. Anyhow, so if we have any left on that gift card, we'll show you. Maybe we'll go inside and show you the stuff, or I'll try to show you. So we'll see what happens. Anyhow, don't forget to be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. They might have just had a mad manager just make them think that the manager's spitting their soup. Oh, don't get any idea guys, people that work on a place. Don't do that. That would be bad. Anyhow, can't edit anything out of this thing, so there it is. It's out there. Pay it forward if you can, Like if you see someone that they look like they can't afford, like a Starbucks, and they're standing there with their gift card, pay it forward. Pay for their order. Why not? If I could, I would. And you might say, well, use your gift card. If I didn't have a child, I would do it. Well, he's an adult child, but, not really. He's not 21, but, I would. But you know what? He comes first. So anyhow, yeah, there we go. And be kind to people. I already said that. Be the reason someone smiles today. I hope I made you smile. I don't know what I'm talking about here. I'm tired. Didn't sleep a lot. But anyhow, now time to say, here's your hug for the day, and toodles. And now we wait and wait and wait till this thing shuts off. After I say toodles, I press the button for off, and it doesn't turn off. So I just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. You're probably long gone by now, but whatever. You're probably talking to myself, but whatever. I hope some people comment. Come on. Tell me some stories if you like Panera. You've been there. What kind of places like Panera do you like? Have you ever made a copycat Panera? If you did, please give me the recipe. I would like to know how to make it at home. I know I said it's expensive, but, maybe I could save up for it, because I really want it rather at home where, it's in a controlled environment where, no one's going to spit in it. Okay, anyhow, or if you go to Starbucks, and what do you like there? Or just say hi. Okay, I'm still talking because the thing is not shutting up.